Before we go on a big trip though, I do want to take a nice big test run, good 40 miles, big round trip on some interstate and get it at sustained heat, you know, warm it up, get it rolling at that temperature and speeds for a while, just to, you know, you want to have problems on a test drive, not when you're trying to go camping.
This is why we test drive. Before the first big trip.
Well, did you tell them we got a pretty bad knock?
No, I did not.
We have a pretty bad knock. Oh boy, it's not this. Damn. I thought it was a loose rocker arm nut. I've heard a loose rocker arm nut in this truck. And I tightened it and I fixed it. This is hitting a lot harder now. It wasn't hard, and now it's hitting hard. Oh man, I gotta get it home. So as you can see, I was pretty disgusted at this point. This was that test drive that we were supposed to successfully accomplish prior to going on the trip. The knock was pretty bad. I thought I really blew the engine or something. It wasn't good. It ended up being that the transmission bolts came loose from the engine block. It's an automatic transmission. And as you can see here, the bolts for the torque converter, the bolt heads were hitting on the transmission inspection cover, like the bell housings, like cover, aluminum cover, and knocking really bad. I mean, it was like taking a ball peen hammer and hitting the bell housing, but just constant, going up hills. And anytime the truck was under any torque, it was doing it pretty bad. I ended up just taking the cover off and obviously tightening all the bolts with like 17 foot of extensions and everything else, and drove it home. And I was ready to go, but yeah, it was a little bit of a scare there and ended up making it work. So let's go camping. Getting ready.
Packing up for our first official camping trip. Early morning start. We can only travel 50 miles an hour. And we got a long drive.
I'm sure that thing just picks up the whistling wing window.
Probably. Well, we're about, what, half an hour into our drive? This is still my work commute road, so put that into perspective for you.
Yeah, we're cruising along. We're going pretty good. We're going. I mean, for what it is, you know, this is a big truck camper. This isn't the Cannonball Run. So the speed limit I think is 45 here. We're going 42. You know, we're just 40, 42, depending on if it's a hill or whatever. You just why waste gas? Just at a rest stop and we're checking everything. The tires are all warm, or you know, it's warm, they're not hot. All the wheel bearings are all good, everything's tight. Once we got up to 60 miles an hour, temperatures went up a little bit. We got to like 200 engine temp and 190 transmission temp.
I doubt I got it.
Well, if you didn't see it, we're made it to Maryland.
Needs to put his hazards on. The final touches.
Now it's a campsite. That's a spare tire. Moscow Mule.
What do you got?
Ginger beer for Moscow Mule.
Oh, hell yeah.
The freezer in their camper is used for one thing. We have tequila and vodka. And it fits perfectly. You can fit another bottle in there.
We're here to have fun.
Yeah, we're here to have fun.
And to celebrate finally camping after 2 years.
2 years of building this thing. And we're over here cutting limes.
Alright, now
No lime shortage.
instead of being a camper contractor, you're gonna be a master mixologist.
Whoa.
He's gonna put on a different hat
Oh yeah.
and he's gonna bartend.
Different hat. Alright. What do we got?
Alright, I will do it. Like barely cold freezer.
Well, we turned it on 30 minutes ago. Come on.
It is cold in there, but yeah. Alright, it's a party now. I guess I'm just gonna split this.
You know, if we were really crazy, we'd have copper mugs, but we're not.
Alright.
So we don't have a, you know, a spoon or anything.
No, you just have to jiggle it around.
You have to go like this because guess what?
Actually,
we're camping.
I did bring plastic spoons.
We're not wasting a plastic spoon on stirring a Moscow Mule.
No. Just
We're
give
used to tent camping, world. This is too luxury.
How about give it a little taste test on camera, see if it's any good.
That's good.
Does it need more vodka?
You can put more in because you wouldn't know it.
Alright.
There is an ocean out there. You have to believe and just listen. Just getting everything set up. Morning time. Got all cleaned up. Got the breeze, the ocean breeze. Rained a little bit this morning, but it was had a nice ocean breeze that was coming directly into the screen door and just blowing right out through the bunk. And we had the windows open. You can actually see the blinds. You can actually see them moving still. That's what, you know you're getting a good draft. No bugs, that's why it worked out.
Oh, nice.
Got our tent camping stuff because we don't know how to use anything else.
Kind of an underripe tomato.
Is that ours?
Yeah.
We just had some rain, and you can see why. There's to the northeast. Definitely bluer skies there, or I mean darker skies there, and we're doing all right. We had a little bit of breach of some water in some of the windows, but for the most part, it was fine. You know, we got these awning style windows, the jalousie windows here. See a little water on the sill, but you know what? Those sills are designed to have water.
I'm just drinking coffee.
So here's the campsite. It's windy. You might not be able to hear me, but let's see what we can do here. There we go. And then right there is the beach access. Right there. As soon as you walk up there, you see the beach. The wind's blowing that direction, so the windowsill is completely dry on this side and the window is wide open. Isn't that awesome? They canceled our fishing trip, so we went and bought a fishing pole. So we're gonna go surf fishing. And I don't know what I'm doing. We got 30-pound mono. It's a bait.
Alright, what's happening here?
So we talked to someone at a very nice gentleman at a fishing bait and tackle shop, and he helped us out because I'm a trout fisherman, freshwater trout fisherman, have no idea what I'm doing. So this is the rig he gave us for surf fishing. We got a 3-ounce weight. We got this surf rig for smaller fish, he said, these float. And then we have this bloodworm look-alike bubblegum tape situation that's not bait, it's just like, it's fake. So I don't know how to hook this. So I double hooked this one, and we wacky worm style this one, and he said to put a piece of a night crawler on afterwards.
I think it's gonna storm. Maybe tonight. This is probably not ideal First time surf fishing conditions, but we're here now and it's happening. Dropped one.
I'm gonna throw one. Yeah, that's for the other one. Alright, so then that's how I'm gonna do it. I can't believe we're using night crawlers in the ocean. I have no idea what's going on. This is how I'd hook it at home for trout. Deal with this rig. Didn't work as planned, but it worked. That's where it's level.
This is actually kind of cold water that's puddling.
I guess this is it. You just send it off.
Ooh, deeper than I thought too. He actually got one.
They're called a spot?
He actually got a fish. I don't know.
Let's see, they have spikes. I don't know. I'm just treating it like it's a bluegill. This is my first saltwater fish ever.
Woo! How you doing?
Doing great, really. I don't want to hold it. Look at the pelicans. They're really close.
Looking a little ugly. North.
Got some ice. 2 ounces of this. And 3 ounces of this. And 0.37 ounces of this. Here you go.
That's a margarita for me. Just using it. You don't have your bartender hat on.
I don't have a bartender hat, and we don't have silicone sealing all of the corners here, so we have to be cautious about water getting on them. Just hanging out, making lunch. What do you got going on over here?
Just making my sandwich here, and I'm trying to get done so I can drink my nice fresh margarita.
We gotta figure out how to do this whole travel vlog thing. We don't know what we're doing. We know what we're doing in real life, but we don't know how to make a travel vlog that's cool. It's a beautiful day compared to the last 2 days pretty much. And the fridge, here's a update for everybody involved with that cares about the
all three of you.
all the technical stuff. The fridge, before we opened it 48.6 times, was at 38 this morning. Actually, even this afternoon in the hot sun. So that means it's working. And we're really not using any electricity. I mean, sitting at 12.86 volts, infinity amount of stuff. It says 99.2% charge, which is probably pretty good. And then we used 7.8 amp hours of battery. And
Does it say infinity or does it say 10F?
10F if Jen was reading it. It's INF for infinity. So we really only use the water pump a little bit. We use the lights at night a little bit, which are all LED, and we used phone chargers. Oh, we used the range hood fan one morning for breakfast. 4th day. So when you have the ocean breeze, you use 0 electricity. But we're not running hot water and all this other stuff. But it doesn't matter. The fridge is running off propane right now. So, all right, we're gonna eat. Look at that beautiful spread. Nice. We gave him a shelter for a couple days. What do we do? Try to do whatever offers to do that. We are now on the way home back to Pennsylvania, and everything's running right now. Sitting at a 205 engine temp, water temp, 180 trans temp. It's raining, so this is the first time driving the camper in the rain. We're gonna see if the furnace fix for the leaking furnace is actually fixed when you have driving rain. See if the dog dish has any water in it. We're getting around 8 to 10 miles to the gallon depending on how fast I go. Not too bad. Keep on rolling. There you have it. Made it home. No issues at all, which is exactly what you want. Everything made it and everything went well. Sway bar all stayed connected and hit some pretty big bumps on the highways. Ready for the next adventure. Just gotta, there's obviously things that came up. I guess people call that the shakedown test. You know, things happened, but definitely nothing major at all. Look, the towel even still stayed hung up. So we gotta unload this beast. And another thing is the refrigerator stayed closed even with food in it, so that's a bonus.